Hello, everybody. RMJ Movie Reviews back again with my last week of the month of February for Black History Month movie review. Today, I'm going to talk about something that maybe a lot of you out there may not know about, but some classic stuff. The HBO short series Partners in Crime that was written, directed, and produced by Robert Townsend. He was in my Hollywood Shuffle movie review that I did last year. Of course, he did movies like Meteor Man, Hollywood Shuffle, The Five Heartbeats. I might even squeeze in The Five Heartbeats because that's a good one too. This is basically kind of a HBO comedy variety TV show that aired on HBO, I believe in 1988. So it was like 2 years after Hollywood Shuffle came out. And pretty much Robert Townsend took everybody, all the Hollywood Shuffle alumni, basically about probably 90% of the actors that were in Hollywood Shuffle are all here. Johnny Weatherspoon is here. Damon Wayans is here. Unfortunately, I don't know whether it's Marlon or Sean. One of them is in the background just kind of taking up screen time. Whole list of the Townsend, Keenan Ivory Wayans alumni are all here in the movie. I'm sorry, in the HBO series. Now, I did originally see this when it aired on HBO in the 80s, and I had seen Hollywood Shuffle when it first came on video because I remember all of us as a family watched it. And you know, back then at that time, you know what I mean, my older siblings, you know, of course, the Robert Townsends, the Eddie Murphys, the last couple years of Richard Pryor before he passed away, you know, all those guys were really big back then. You know, Cosby was big back then off the show. You know, of course, Cosby didn't kind of approve of this kind of comedy that goes on because, you know, Robert Townsend had a good mixture of kind of clever wit and kind of the crude and the profane was mixed in with it. But I always thought Robert Townsend had a pretty good balance. He was able to kind of be funny without the profane, but it was just kind of like the profanity was like the extra icing on the cake for his style of comedy at that time. But my older siblings used to show me all these things back then. And I remember thinking that Partners in Crime was pretty funny. I have not, this is the first time that I've seen it in over 20-something years. But then again, when I saw it too, I was a little child. And I don't know whether if I so much really got the jokes as maybe more I was just laughing because my older siblings were laughing. Hollywood Shuffle I kind of did genuinely think was funny. I think I kind of mostly got the message in that movie, even though I was really young at that time. But upon rewatching Partners in Crime, I kind of did have a moment of a deep, dark feeling that sometimes you look at things through rose-colored glasses and sometimes stuff doesn't necessarily hold the test of time. A lot of the gag, because this is kind of, you know, you've got three stand-up comedians. You got Tommy Davidson from In Living Color. You've got Robin Harris, who just closed out the show. He just shut it down. He's the last comedian. And then the third was, I didn't even realize this guy was a comedian, but he played one of the cops in House Party. He was the one who was like, "You're not going to press charges. You could be coming from a disturbance. You, Eraserhead." I didn't realize that guy was a comedian. I just thought he was an actor. But he does, and he's actually pretty funny. But the three comedians who go, Tommy Davidson, kind of, his act kind of is derived from impressions of musical artists at that time. So if you're like somebody my nephew's age who's like 19 or 20, you ain't gonna really at all get any of the jokes. Tommy Davidson was okay. The guy from House Party, the cop guy, he was pretty funny. More just he's a very good impressionist. That guy, I forget his name already. And Robin Harris is he was a fantastic comedian. I did not even realize that man was only 2 years older than me when he passed away. I'm 33. I think that man was 35 when he died. Or maybe he might have only been a year. He might have been 30. I didn't know Robin Harris was that young when he died. It kind of shocks me to think that, you know, I'm close to that man's age when he died. It's like, man, I can't even imagine like dying in my sleep tonight, you know. But either way, Robin Harris just shut it down. I forgot about the whole Bebe's Kids thing. I might have been one of the few people on the planet Earth who actually did see the cartoon movie Bebe's Kids at the drive-in when it came out, with a double feature of Pet Sematary 2 and The Perfect Weapon starring Jeff Speakman. Old school. But Robin Harris, still funny. He's really missed. He shut it down. Robert Townsend has some pretty good gags in the beginning. I forgot about how he used to wear those trench coats with the t-shirts and the tennis shoes and the blue jeans and the hat. Oh my God. It was such a trip down memory lane, like looking at all the Bubba Gump. Michael T. Williams is actually in the audience on here. Before he was like Bubba Gump, he was an actor then, but way before Forrest Gump. But it was just kind of funny looking at all the outfits and stuff in the audience. It's oh my God, I forgot people actually used to dress like that. But Bobby Brown makes an appearance and does My Prerogative. Does a pretty good song and dance. I forgot what a good performer Bobby Brown used to be. And of course, it's very hilarious. You know, they must have had great drugs in the 80s, because looking at everybody's outfits and clothes and hair, they must have had fun times. They must have done some really good stuff, man, because I still can't believe people used to dress like that. But I do remember at family functions that a lot of my older siblings looked a lot like some of the girls look, with the mushroom hairstyles, with the big funny 80s glasses and the Jerry curls, and yeah, that's just sad times. They're fun to look at now, but you know, when I see guys walking around with box haircuts now, they don't ever need to come back. Please, fellas, stop it. But Partners in Crime, it's okay. It's nowhere near the level of Hollywood Shuffle. The comedy, the stand-up comedies in between are good. The musical gags, of course, are good. You know, good songs from that time. The skits in between don't really hold up as well. But the one that I really do like is The Bold, the Black, and the Beautiful. That one was pretty funny. There's a couple gags, you know, most of it worked. You know, I think that was definitely the strongest gag. But it's like, again, a lot of the jokes are stuff from that time, you know, where like Robert Townsend's character goes to jail for stealing cable television, which that was really big back in the 80s, because, you know, it's not like it is now where you can stream and get this and get that. That's definitely a joke from that time. I mean, you know, there was only one HBO, one Showtime then, and people used to steal cable back in those days. It was a big thing, like pay-per-view television, HBO, Cinemax. That's so old school. So, Partners in Crime, I don't necessarily think that it all holds together, but this is only volume 3. I bought that from Buybacks used DVD store. I bought it on a whim because I just figured, like, I hadn't seen it in a really long time, and I probably wouldn't be able to find it anywhere else. I don't know how many volumes of it are on DVD. I didn't even know it was on DVD, and I couldn't even remember how many parts of that show even aired on HBO. But from what I remember, it's pretty much an extension of a lot of the stuff you saw in Hollywood Shuffle. It's just that all the gags don't really quite work. But I still applaud Robert Townsend on his effort, and all the actors and all the performers. Again, you know, this is the kind of stuff that made me want to become an actor, and hopefully, you know, before the day I die, I can get in the movie business. But you know, shout out to Robert Townsend if you ever have to come across my video. You, Eddie Murphy, Cosby, Richard Pryor, Keenen Ivory Wayans, Danny Glover. You know, all you guys from back then. You guys are all my idols, and you guys have always been an inspiration to me. So, Partners in Crime, it's okay. Not the best, but still a genuine effort, and a lot better than the schlock that's out now. So, that's my review of Robert Townsend's Partners in Crime, Volume 3. Some of you guys subscribe to my channel, share the video, leave comments about Partners in Crime if you guys were little kids like me or teenagers at that time. And I'll be back with my Black History movie review tomorrow, which I'm not sure what it's going to be, but you guys will have to tune in and find out. All right, RMJ Movie Reviews. See you soon.